everyone, this is Amanda at Amanda's Booktopia. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. And today I am so excited to announce our last few books of the year for the Fiction Falls Book Club. I am stoked for these choices that Clint and I have chosen together. And then after the end of this year, we might be doing some rebranding, some revamping for next year. December is our break month, so in the month of December, we're going to be working on how we're going to bring back Fiction Falls and how that's all going to come about for the new year. But I am still very excited for the books that we have chosen. So let me tell you a little bit about our books. I am super looking forward to each and every one of these, one of which I do not have a physical copy of. I'll be reading that one on my Kindle, but that one's for November. First, let's talk about September and all of our guest hosts that we have coming. I am excited for all of our guests and for all the books we're going to be reading together. We will hopefully would love to see you participate with us if you're able to, because we got some really good books here. So let's start with September. Our guest host is going to be Kaylani from Kaylani Simply Me, and together we are going to be reading Fallen Gods by Rachel Van Dyken. This has been around for at least a year or so, so this should be easy enough to find. This is my physical copy. It came with the sprayed edges, which I think is really cool. And I don't remember what this is about, so let me tell you what it's about, because I don't remember. I need to read the description. It says, the gods aren't dead, they're only sleeping, locked in mortal bodies, scattered across the world, waiting for the right spark to wake them. And my father is the most ruthless of them all. He raised me to obey, to bleed, to be his blade when the time came. Now he's sending me to Ender University, a place filled with ancient bloodlines and deadly secrets, to still back Mjolnir? Don't know if I'm saying that right. The hammer of legend. If I fail, everyone I love dies. But Eric Erickson wasn't part of the plan. He's the enemy's heir. Distant, dangerous, and the one person I can't afford to fall for. He's closed himself off completely behind a wall of ice. But the more I'm ordered to unravel him, the harder it becomes to remember where the lies end and I begin. There's only a mission I never chose, and a man I was never meant to love, standing between me and a war that will decide the fate of the world. But if I'm the spark, maybe he's the fuse, and the gods, they're about to wake up angry. I think that sounds amazing, and I cannot wait to see what Rachel Van Dyken can do with the romantasy. I have read her before with her mafia romances, and I think I'm pretty sure this is her first foray into romantasy. I am stoked, and I cannot wait to see what this is going to be all about. I have not heard a single person talk about it, so hopefully this will be a hit for September. I am so excited. You have no idea. And then for October, our guest host is Brandy from the Antisocials Library. You should totally check her out. She is the sweetest person ever. And for October, we will be reading Bitten by Jordan Stephanie Gray. A lot of people have been reading her other book, The Wicked Sea. This one was her first book. I believe this one came out last year. And I got this edition because I like these sprayed edges the most. But I am really excited to get into this one. I've heard this compared to Crescent City, which is by Sarah J. Maas, for those who don't know. And I think there's an Academy in this. I could be wrong. I don't remember. All I remember seeing is that on Amazon it was compared to Crescent City and Fourth Wing, if I'm not mistaken. I think those are the two series this was compared to. So I'm looking forward to seeing what I think. I have heard reviews that weren't the greatest. However, that usually means I end up loving it. So I'm hoping that will be the case here. It says, after a vicious werewolf attack on the night of her 17th birthday party, Vanessa Hart loses everything she loves in a split second. Her best friend, her father, and even her home. Bitten and imprisoned without explanation, Vanessa endures an agonizing transformation into the very beast that maimed her, and her captors make it clear that she cannot escape. She will either swear her life to the Wolf Queen's court or she will die. With no other choice, Vanessa joins the court in the enchanted castle Severy, where flowering vines grow through the walls, gifts are bestowed by the stars, and a claw can break through skin as easily as it can silk. But she hasn't forgotten what they stole from her. Vanessa still seeks vengeance, scheming in the shadows even as she finds herself mesmerized by the Golden Prince, Sinclair Severy, who threatens to steal her heart, though he is promised to her nemesis. Vanessa is also threatened by Sinclair's brooding, disgraced cousin, Calix, whose smoldering gaze hides dangerous secrets. Immersed in the magic of their whimsical yet cruel society, Vanessa soon learns not all is as it seems. The court is at war, and Vanessa may be a pawn in its lethal game. And to start an addictive new series that will have readers begging for more. So I think that sounds so good. It really does sound a lot like Crescent City. But I'm so excited to see what this one's going to be like. I am really, really looking forward to this one. Because like books that haven't been like around as much, I don't hear about nearly as much, are the ones that I end up loving the most. So between this one and Fallen Gods, I think that would definitely help me like bring in some really good reads, I'm hoping. Then the last book we have is For November. This one is the one I do not have a physical copy of, so I can't tell you much about it. However, I do know a little bit because of how hyped this particular book is. So for our guest host, we will be having my fiance, Raymond, on as a guest host, and we might have one other person possibly joining us. I don't want to announce that in case it doesn't work out. She might still be able to join us, but she will be a surprise in case it does work. So I will hold off on announcing who that is until November. But I am very excited for this book because it has a murder mystery with fantasy, and I am so interested to see how this one's going to play out. So for November, we have The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson. And I've been wanting to try more fantasy-esque that's not revolving around romance. So I think this is going to be a good one. I already have the book on my Kindle, so I'm excited to see what this one's going to be all about. I know we have an actual raven, and there's going to be a murder mystery, and to be honest, that's really all I feel like I need to know. And I hope that's the same case with you guys, because I kind of want to go into it mostly blind with just knowing just a tiny bit. So I feel like that will make it better, in my opinion. So I cannot wait for The Raven Scholar, and my fiance Ray is going to be joining us, so that will be fun. And a potential guest, we will see if she can make it. I'm hoping she can. So we have some really good books coming up for the last quarter of this year. So for September, just as a recap, we have Fallen Gods by Rachel Van Dyken. For October, we have Bidden by Jordan Stephanie Gray. And then November is The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson. And December, we will be re-evaluating and changing some stuff up for the new year. We will be changing how we do our picks. We're going to be changing all kinds of things, and a potential new host. That's going to be a permanent part of Fiction Falls, along with me and Clint. So that's going to be a ton of fun. I cannot wait to bring back Fiction Falls in the new year, as well as reading all of these books. I think we got some winners here. I'm really hoping, because, you know, it helps when you pick books that you don't hear much about, because that means that you go in with zero bias. And it's all about how you're feeling and the vibes and how that's going to go. So I'm really looking forward to these. Let me know if you're going to be participating and reading with us. There will be live shows. We have not selected dates yet. However, if you want to keep up on all the information on when the live shows are going to be, make sure you follow us on Instagram on Fiction Falls Book Club. I will link it down below so you can go follow. And that's where I will be posting all the updates for all the dates and times for our live shows. and it's going to be so much fun. I am so excited. And if you want to join, we also have a Discord if you'd like to join us. I will try and link that down below. Sometimes my links don't always work, but I will try. And if you have a hard time, go and watch Clint's announcement video, and he's going to have that link down below as well. Because sometimes his links work better, and I don't know how that's happening, but it does. But thank you so much for watching. I would love to know if you're joining us. Please let me know if you are, or if you already read these books and you want to join us for the live shows anyway. We would love to see you guys there. And we will keep you guys updated on all things Fiction Falls. So thank you so much for watching. If you got this far into the video and you don't feel like being chatty, why don't you leave me a wolf and a bird for Bitten and the bird for the Raven Scholar. Because I have no idea what other emoji you should use for fallen gods. So we'll just do the wolf and the bird for now. Or an actual raven, if you can find an actual raven. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this announcement video. If you did, please make sure you give it a huge thumbs up. If you are able to give this video a hype, if you have enough for the week, I would so appreciate it, so I can get this announcement out to new potential viewers who would be interested in reading along with us. Of course, it's not required, but I always appreciate it if you can, because the hypes really help my channel and to get my videos out there, get more people interested in Fiction Falls. So if you're able to do that, that would be absolutely amazing. And thank you so much for watching. If you want to keep up with all things Fiction Falls and all more of my bookish videos, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below, and I'll see you all next time.